Sideburns.
Yo, what's the word? 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 Just talking how you talking. Bosses link with bosses before you step in the office. What's the word? 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 Just talking how you talking. Bosses link with bosses before you step in the office. What's the word? What's the word? Oh, I have something to say. Have some words drop into your light. Hurry underlay. Spill that tea. What you waiting for? We just want the word. Don't tell us nothing crazy that's gonna get up on our nerves. Just chill, relax, live in the moment while we put it on wax. We live on Anchor every Wednesday of the week. So tell your family and friends where you be. Yo, what's the word? 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 Just talking how you talking. Bosses link with bosses before you step in the office. What's the word? 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 Just talking how you talking. Bosses link with bosses before you step in the office. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word?
What's up, this your girl, Kiss and you hear me? And we're back for another episode. And we back. Oh, we back. Corona couldn't stop a motherfucking show for coming back in the studio. You hear me? I know y'all hear this voluptuous voice. And I'm being joined by the legendary, the who, the where, the who, the what, the where, Mr. D.Jon.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy. I'm back in the
back,
studio,
live
in
studio,
color.
baby.
And we're back for episode number 32 of What's the Word? Let's get it.
we couldn't no longer do the online.
Oh, no,
Corona can't stop nothing over here. You mean?
No, it was not cutting.
Shout out to JP in the cut with us, cause you know we have guests that just be vibing with us and everything. Like everybody don't have to be on the show and be like wanna spill their 401k. They just want to listen to us and our greatness, you know. So today, episode 32, family ties. So we're gonna talk about what would you do if your spouse and your child both caught the Rona and you needed a ventilator. Who are you gonna save, son or spouse? You'll be shocked at what some people have been saying they're gonna choose. And of course, we're gonna talk about what's your views on hyper-sexuality, and do you believe society has an overwhelming sexual environment? Of course, what's the word with the messy tea? You hear me from the messy shade. We're going to be talking about, well, this one is not from the messy shade, probably on the messy shade now, but I got this one from somewhere else. But Twitter has have thoughts about Usher and Nicki Minaj, saying Nicki Minaj is a product of Lil Kim. And we got Trey Songs saying he wanted to sign Summer Walker, but nobody ain't know who homegirl was. Also, some sad news. Former WWE star Shad Gasper is missing after a swim in the Los Angeles Beach along with his son. Egypt, Criss, and Romeo and Master P are saying they're done with growing up hip hop, and they're just recent.
I didn't even know that shit still came on.
It do, especially that one. They got growing up hip hop Atlanta, and they got growing up hip hop LA.
You know what grinds my gears? They have too much going on.
Too much.
And they all sound the same. So you don't even be knowing what the hell going on.
You like, who the fuck is growing up alligator pig? But they leaving. And of course, our good sis and everybody else rooting, say Angela, Rye, Amanda Seals, and Brittany. We over here dying. Because that's what's the word, you hear me? Brittany Picnic Cunningham says, Joe Biden, you gonna owe us for this whole thing going on with this voting, because if you want the black vote, you gonna owe us, okay? So without further ado, let's get it. So, D.Jon, what's your thoughts on this whole, what you choose, a spouse over your child or your child over a spouse? What you doing?
Definitely, I am saving my child. My child it comes first. And I feel like, I'm not, saying that, my spouse life isn't precious as well, but I just feel like a child has more life to live, you know what I'm saying, versus an adult, a grown adult. And I'm pretty sure, my spouse, wouldn't want me to,
So you was like, if my man, you pretty sure that the spouse,
and I'm gonna be crying and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, my child life is more precious. That child has, a whole life to live, versus me and, my spouse, where we're older and, we've, experienced life.
Some people, homegirl says she choosing her husband because
I was so bad for that.
because her child can't help her get through this grieving.
Yes, I seen it. I sent it to you, and it was from a Facebook group that I was in.
Okay.
And I saw it, and I was like, wow. I said, this will, this
Some
will be
people,
something really good, to talk about. But it was good to see, that she was honest.
Yeah, that's an honest fuck.
Right, and I skimmed
Lil Ray cannot help me cope with the loss of his daddy at night.
And like I skimmed through the comments, a lot of people, of course, bashing homegirl about it and stuff like that.
But it's just an open, honest opinion. That's what homegirl was doing. Homegirl didn't say, I'm Sarah McLachlan and I want y'all to, if your son and your husband got corona and y'all gotta be on a ventilator, choose husband, cause ain't nobody got time to go be looking for new dick when all this is over. So please donate ventilators to Charles Senior, nigga. Lil Charles dead. Like, I'd rather plan a funeral for Lil Ray than plan a funeral for my husband and gotta start all over. But I see why people would say that, because if you want to get deep down why she said her honest, open opinion, right? Mm-hmm. If her son and if her husband and her child, whether it be daughter or son, would both contracted corona and said, bitch,
COVID-19
and said, look, only one ventilator, I'm going to choose my husband. You got to think at the aspect. If she chose her husband, right, eventually she looking at it as if we can have another kid, especially if the kid a baby or something like that. And we can get through it together. Mm-hmm. But in an emotional, and it depends on how old the child is.
Definitely,
too.
Yes.
Because if the kid is a fucking LeBron James prodigy, you damn right his daddy dying, bitch.
Sayonara.
Hey, his daddy gonna be like, look, son, I'm about to die, but you look, go to college and be the best you can be. Cause I know you can make it. That's it. That's how that's going.
Right.
But of course you gonna, nigga, daddy gonna give up himself. Like, nah, you gonna take this ventilator, nigga.
Yeah. And that's why I feel like, that's why I say I feel like in any right adult mind, I don't think the dad would be like, no, give the ventilator to my child. I'm gonna fight through this as long as I can. Because
that's what a nurturing parent.
Yes, I'm gonna fight through this as long as I can, and if I make it through, cool. If I don't, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but if we both make it, then bitch, this a miracle, bitch.
It's a miracle.
You ain't have to kill none of us, bitch. None of us die. We ain't even need the ventilator. We just.
And then look at it in a sense too, where most people, they're with their spouses for so long.
From childhood,
they can't live without them.
Oh,
we see it a lot in like older couples. It's like when one dies,
bitch, just kill me
person,
too.
They take it very, very hard until they finally clock out. So I mean, you can look at it in that aspect too, but I just feel like, in my opinion, I would definitely save my child over my spouse.
Yeah. I mean, but then, like I said, I see from that person's point of view why they would pick their spouse. Because look at it. If the person did die, the child cannot help pay the bills. But you got a ventilator and you live, but now this mortgage need to get paid. Like, you cannot help pay no bills, little nigga. Like, then it might turn into somewhere where alcoholism and drug abuse come into play, because now you got depression. All kinds of shit gonna stir up. Either way, if you lose a child, you might get into that depression.
Right.
So it's like we always would say, it's a fight and flight situation. It's gonna happen regardless of who's gonna survive, but you gonna ultimately, it ain't up to nobody to choose who gonna die. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna die on your own, whatever. But I would rather not have my spouse or my child in that situation where I have to choose, bitch. If the hospital only got one fucking ventilator, it's time to find more ventilators, bitch. We trying to save both of their lives, nigga. All lives matter. Remember, bitch? Like y'all always want to use. I found a way where you can use the hashtag not. Nah. In this situation, that's when all lives matter. Your husband and your son on fucking COVID-19, they about to die. All lives matter. You got to go find you a motherfucking ventilator from the crackhead in the hood or somewhere. You better get you a fucking ventilator, because nobody ain't, no, you don't want that kind of decision to be placed onto your heart, because you know, if they die, but you're not gonna choose. It's no way you gonna choose either or. The parent gonna give his life for the child, and the child gonna be like, nah, I give my life for my daddy if it's old enough to talk. And it's like, nigga, we only got one, and nigga, he gonna find a way for it to be something different. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk more about family ties and how all of this can play into a family aspect. This is generally a question that people need to be having a conversation about. For what would you do in that situation? What would you want me to do? Have those conversations with your spouse, because it's at a time where this illness is killing everybody, like left or right. I just had somebody last weekend, they just told me the day that they grandma passed, and I was like, damn, I knew that lady for all my life, and I don't know if she had the Rona or not, but just to hear that she passed during this time, you think, damn, you know, there's no more time, so you can't be wasting time. So let's talk about hyper-sexuality. And do you believe society has an overwhelming sexual environment? But before we get into that, let's take a break. How about that? Here's one from our featured artist. Here's Gambino Santana, Fallen Legends, that Dr. Sebi. You gotta check this joint out, featuring Bravo. Follow Gambino Santana on IG and on SoundCloud. That's where I got this joint from. Listen to and vibe with us here on the What's the Word. Of course, if you want to be a feature artist, you know me, just slide in our little, follow us at Yo What's the Word and hit that link and be a feature artist. Submit your music there, or follow us on our social platforms, you know that. But shoot us an email at what'stheword504@gmail.com. So without further ado, we'll be back. You're me.
They killing kings, keep your gun cause you might die by the truth. Protect your family and your soul, ain't no illusion, it's true. Whether you bang red or you blue, nigga, they got places for you. Just look at Big and Pop, first you went jail and you shot. They killing kings, keep your gun cause you might die by the truth. Protect your family and your soul, ain't no illusion, it's true. Whether you bang red or you blue, nigga, they got places for you. Just look at Big and Pop, first you went jail and you shot. Ain't no illusion, it's true. Just look at Nipsey for proof. They put our kings in the ground when they start telling the truth. They gon' slander your name, throw some dirt on your fame. I know knowledge is power, Big Nipsey was ain't the same. Nipsey was saying too, how the fuck he down that juice? When all they did was bang screw, had to put an end to that truth. I hold that over your eyes, they put it right in front you. Big brother Malcolm was strapped, they sent that hit through the crew. MLK had a dream, but it didn't quite go as planned. I knew he would be proud of us, we ain't killing white men. Pocket Biggie got wet, I think them cops behind that. And they had covered the facts, cause they was powerful blacks. They killing kings, keep your gun cause you might die by the truth. Protect your family and your soul, ain't no illusion, it's true. Whether you bang red or you blue, nigga, they
we plotting, killing kings like we won't go and start a riot. These Billie Jeans want us to think they moonwalking. You feeling me? First you in jail, then you shot. What about Biggie and Pop? I'm unveiling the plot. Watch what your mouth say. That's how Nipsey got popped. Alternate with the block. Take the kids to go shopping because that's what life about. Say hello to the king. I've been dreaming the life.
And we back, hearing me. And that one was Gambino Santana, that Dr. Sebi Fallen Legends featuring Bravo, you hearing me? And before we left, we were like talking about family ties and the stuff you'll do if your man or your spouse or your wife had the Rona, would you choose your child or the husband? But now we're gonna talk about something more, and this comes from like my brother came up with this topic because he found it disturbing that a lot of people was applauding Lil Boosie, agreeing with Lil Boosie about him letting his son fuck a stripper or whatever the case, whatever that shit was when it went viral.
What happened was he gave the child a party and he invited strippers, and they said that the stripper was allegedly giving head at the party.
Wow. And how old is his son?
12.
Wow.
Baby.
So, wow,
they need to call the state
that's rape.
On this nigga. And
that nigga was rape. We need Olivia Benson on the case. SVU Special Victims Unit.
Somebody need to report him to DCFS, Department of Children and Family Services, and they need to investigate that, because that is, like you said, that is what, it is statutory rape.
Yes.
So it's like, if this is alleged that this woman was giving head jobs, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, you gotta be that sick in your head to be giving a 12-year-old.
I don't care if it's Lil Boosie's son.
Yeah, I don't care who
great grandson, nigga.
I don't care who it is. You should not be doing stuff like that. My thing is, you shouldn't even be throwing a party for, like, having strippers at a party for a 12-year-old from Jump Street. And I hate the fact that people are applauding this. And we talked about this a while back.
We did talk about toxic masculinity.
Toxic masculinity. I hate the fact that you applaud things that you shouldn't be applauding. But if this child is crying, man, shut the fuck up. You're a boy. You need never. But you're forcing stuff on him, and you're forcing things on him, and you're
exposing him to stuff
that he don't even need to be seen at a 12-year-old.
But no, he's gonna be exposed to.
But don't expose it to him the wrong way.
Right. Like, not in that kind of setting.
Like you're showing that it's okay, you know,
for a stripper to suck you off at 12 years old. Right. And that's
toxic masculinity
at its finest. That's basically what we came up with the whole question. Do you believe that hyper-sexuality is do you believe is an overwhelming environment? We talked about it on before we started the show, and of course, you know, I look at it as both. Yes, is not as sexual as it was, but it is like children younger are being exposed to sex at a young age, so they are doing things that who the fuck taught you how to do this?
Right.
Like, we have a friend that works in the school system, and she's seen kids at a young age like play with themselves or do sexual acts to other kids at a young age, and you're like, where the hell are they being exposed to it? So I would say, yeah, there's a heightened exposure with everything that they see on TV. That's why you gotta monitor what your children see, what your children are exposed to. But especially if you're in that environment, you're gonna look at that as the norm and the average. Lil Boosie gonna do that with his son because that's probably what Lil Boosie had done to him, and it's a manhood thing that they have in their whole little family. But should he be this is why you gotta mind the business that pays you. Shout out to Nicole, shop at Nicole, and get your mind the business that pays your head. You hear me? Because if had he not, he wouldn't be on this this whole thing had he not openly spoke against Zaya and the ways and their decision on how they was raising their child. So now you exposing your child to be basically and see, then you change. Then you're also affecting the way men should be able to say, "No, I don't want this." Like, what if that little boy didn't really want that, and you forced it on the way,
didn't.
and he's scared of you anyway because Lil Boosie
didn't. But you know what that's all
is
about?
that parent that look like he'll fucking pop the shit out you. And
But you know what that's all about?
Oh, you a pussy. You must don't want your dick sucked. You gonna fucking die. I'm a fucking kill. Like, he probably is that parent.
But that all goes to show that they do this because they don't want their sons to turn out gay. And
But
that's what the fact of the matter is, point blank, period. But my thing is,
I
you
don't
could
think-
do all of that and they could still. But that's why I feel like we have a lot of men that's on the down low as well because of the toxic masculinity.
It's a force.
It's a force. You're forcing this stuff
every
on me.
boy is not gonna be a hood nigga.
Right. And
some of them gonna be educated hood niggas.
Right.
Let that nigga be in the hood,
Fuck millions of
but
girls,
read a
stuff
book
like that.
sometimes.
Like,
shit.
some dude, all dudes are not meant to do that. Like, all men are not meant to be the same. If we
Hard. Everybody not meant to be in the street in the gutter.
Right.
I thought it was supposed to be like, I don't want my son to be the way I was.
Exactly.
You gotta set the example. I got this.
But clearly, that's not what he wants.
I think it was either Trey the Truth said it that he wanted. I think they asked him the question and asked him like, how you feel about this whole. He was like, I wouldn't want my son to be like me. I want him to be a better example of me. Why would I want him to be like me if I made it to a point where he don't have to be a hood person or know that hood mentality or background. You exposing your child to that, and then they are rich children in a sense. You know what I'm saying? At this point, so you exposing them to a life where they don't have that street capability like you did. Not all. I don't want to insinuate because I'm just speaking, but every child don't have that, street sense like the daddy had. Just because he gutter and ratchet don't mean the child came out to be that way. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at it like that. Also, stop always talking about the shit you do behind closed doors with your child.
Right.
Because if that's what you're going to
do it.
Let the little boy be 12 years old getting his dick sucked. But then when he turned 14 and got a bitch pregnant, you can't say nothing. You're a grandpa now. You just got to embrace that.
Invite people at parties to suck on your little 12-year-old.
Right. Also, men, you
dick.
got to understand, you expose your child to
Allegedly.
stuff. If you want to choose your son, would you do that same thing for your 12-year-old daughter? You know you wouldn't do
Hell
that.
no.
So it's like, don't expose your sons. We got to protect our boys. We got to groom them into warriors and men, not savages. Well, you could be a little savage.
Not in a,
like,
in a sense where.
Shout out to the savage, classic bougie ratchet, make the stallion. But no, ain't nothing wrong with it. But still,
ain't nothing wrong with what?
With being a savage is what I'm saying. Like, you do want, if your child do end up that way, but you are trying to deflect them from being worse than what you were. So if I wanted to ask a question, yes, it's like a balance of, yes, it's over sexual and a little bit like it's not, because then they do have these instances where you have a father like Wiz Khalifa and the way he talked to his son, the way he let his son, or just Will Smith. Like, they questioning Jaden, trying to say Jaden this, but I think Jaden's just carefree, could do what he wants. And who cares?
Is a free spirit. And I get what you're saying in the instance where when it's a difference when you're sitting down and you're talking to your child about certain things, but it's another instance where you're sitting out here and you're acting upon and you're doing actions towards stuff like that. That is wrong.
And then
nothing is wrong with talking, because I applaud parents that actually sit down and they give their children that real. I'm so grateful for my mama, because she actually sat down and she kept it real. Told us
because their life was hard enough.
You have to sit down. You have to talk to your children. You cannot
sugarcoat
shit with them, because guess what? They're gonna go out into this world blind and they're gonna get fucked
hard.
So it's like,
that's what she said.
You gotta talk to them. You gotta talk to him, but don't go out and do stuff like that, though.
Right? Because that's just stupid. That's something that Lil Boosie could have. I could understand it if he did that to his 18-year-old son. You know, because that's different. You'll be like, "Ooh, he a man." You're exposing him. You're about to go to college. You're grown. Yeah, but knowing from where I employing that he still get fucked by a stripper. No, because that's nah. I've been traumatized. All the strip clubs I've been in, I done been traumatized. The things them ladies let every man come up in there and do, and you gonna expose your son to that.
So you expose your son to that.
That's crazy. Like beyond you gotta even if he was using protection, that's still not protection.
You can still,
the best protection is not fucking somebody that let everybody run a train on them. Period. Don't do that. And I'm not saying the lady is out here like that, but I'm just saying we know strippers. We know. You gotta get out of the mud. No shame in your game, Keisha. If you gotta suck a couple of dicks to get $40.
$40. Well, I guess, girl, let me squeeze my little tiny ass up in there. But I love that part of that movie.
Shout out to Baby Boy. R.I.P. to Singleton, who shot that. John Singleton. But we could go on and on about this topic, but before we get to the tea from the Messy featuring me, we got another one from our feature artist Gambino Santana. This one is B.O.M.B. featuring King. You hear me? Vibe with it on and what's the word. And like I said, if you want to be a feature artist, don't forget to go in our link in our bio. Ain't that? Submit your stuff. You could be featured on a what's the word, or you can shoot us an email at what's the word 504@gmail.com, and just send us some. But let's go, let's vibe. You hear me?
Don't do no line, don't do no line. I'm getting cash, I make them mad now, I'm back in my bag for real. Back in my bag for real. I don't do no line, it's real. I'm getting cash now, and I make them mad now. I'm back in my bag for real. Yeah. I'm back in my bag for real. Yeah. I've been really on some new shit. Switch the whip, bitch, I'm bougie. Extend the clip like a pool stick. Fuck around, shoot a movie. Said I've been really on some new shit. Switch the whip, bitch, I'm bougie. Extend the clip like a pool stick. Fuck around and shoot a movie. I stay at the plays, I'm stuck in my ways. I'm bougie today with the cool to the 8. Switch up, keep some money to play. The ice out, so the drip in the face. Lights out, but that Draco don't play. Pipe down, real niggas in place. Dirty money, nigga, what is you saying? Front the building just to put up the bands. My lows be different. 100 pounds broke it down with my brother. Money talks, I ain't talking Criss sucker. Benny Hondas, $50 to fuck her. Pussy wetter than a honeybee sucker. Sucker probably pay $1 million to fuck her. I'm a hustler, only cut for that bag. The only reason silly bitches get mad. Coupe skirt and it's switching them lanes. No trick, bitch, I'm not David Blaine. MJ high flow through the lane. The buzz down, make a bust down. Two live, throw that money on you. Don't stop, shake that ass, Uncle Luke. Downtown, bitches know what they do. Bust a bag, matter of fact, get you two. Silly nigga, while you trying to be cool. Bitches chasing bags, nigga, are you? That spit the drip, I'm a roll drop of blue. Got no stylist, but they sipping the juice. You're stepping out your noble to move. 50 bands, I done already blew. 30 bands, we just dropped in the cool. Extended clips, no effects like a movie. I've been really on some new shit. Switch the whip, bitch, I'm bougie. Extend the clip like a pool stick. Fuck around, shoot a movie. Said I've been really on some new shit. Switch the whip, bitch, I'm bougie. Extend the clip like a pool stick. Fuck around and shoot a movie. Back in my bag for real. Don't do no line, it's real. I'm getting cash now. I make them mad now. I'm back in my bag for real. I'm back in my bag for real. Back in my bag for real. I don't do no line, it's real. Don't stand close to me, I'm too exclusive. The shit I'm wearing, yeah, it's kinda new. The bitch I'm with, you know she hood and boots. In a Louis Provocata toolie. I'm on that new shit, like bank bro. Need new whips, I need new chips. I went exotic, rushing my blunt, still sipping lean. Ain't no jollies in my cup. Told me stay down, now I'm the runner up. Change everything, they say I'm switching up. Got a new attitude, but I'm a young legend, so I still don't give a fuck. And I want everything, cause I ain't have nothing. From New Orleans, baby, so you know I'm clutching. I'm a 90s, baby, so you know I'm thugging. I'm from the hood, nigga, we ain't had nothing. We wasn't poor, but nothing like the hustles. I ain't had to, I just love the hustle. Young Mitch in the game. I want the money, nigga, not the fame. I'm gonna make them put some credit on my name. I'm on a new flow,
but nothing changed. Except for the pattern, I'm using my brain. Town go burn, I'm trying to get my own strain. Touch on the thing, put some rain in my chain. Ice in my teeth, trying to freeze up my brain. I feel like Kodak, I'm close to the grave, man. Beat, I'm gonna rock rather dead and chain. We ain't showing up if we ain't getting paid. I need some racks if you want me to stay. Yeah, hey. I've been really on some new shit. Switch the whip, bitch, I'm bougie. Extend the clip like a pool stick. Fuck around, shoot a movie. Said I've been really on some new shit. Switch the whip, bitch, I'm bougie. Extend the clip like a pool stick. Fuck around and shoot a movie. Back in my bag for real. Don't do no line, it's real. I'm getting cash now. I make 'em mad now. I'm back in my bag for real.
And we back. That was Gambino Santana featuring King B.O.M.B. Bomb. You hear me? I hope y'all vibe to that. So let's get to the messy tea from the messy shade. You hear me? So Twitter has some thoughts about Usher saying Nicki Minaj is a product of Lil Kim. D.Jon, take it away for the Bobs.
So, Usher and Swizz Beatz went head-to-head for an installment of a versus battle, and the former found himself sharing his take on female rap. During the conversation as part of Beats Timbaland series, the chart toppers discussed who should partake in the next battle, to which Swizz mentioned Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj. It sounded like an appropriate match of artists to compare catalogs, but Usher wasn't entirely on board with the idea, admitting with him saying that Minaj is the product of Lil Kim, quote unquote. Naturally, his words struck a chord with longtime barbs, and the age-old debate almost immediately made its way to the Twitterverse. Scroll down so you guys can see the rest of it if you do want to check out the article. It's on iHeartRadio.com.
You mean?
But to see the videos and to actually, get into the conversation of what Usher and Swizz Beatz were saying. So what do you think about those comments that Nicki Minaj is a product of Lil Kim?
I mean, I see.
Don't kill yourself. Take your time.
But I see that I see what they talking about as far as music, but it would still be. That's why it would be a good versus battle, because she is fuck. When you play games and they got this player and you pick the same player and they got another player with a different color, bitch, that's basically what this is. So to say to try to shun it and be like that she a product of Nicki Minaj is a product of Lil Kim, yes, but that's why the battle would be relevant, is because they're one and the same. That's why Jill Scott and Erykah Badu went against each other, because they were pivotal women of making music during their time. And not only that, not saying that one fed off each other, but they styles, Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj styles are different, even though they use the same kind of image to portray themselves. Yeah, Nicki Minaj doing all the bust stuff, but let's be honest, Lil Kim ain't gonna spit no crazy ass speedy that's not Lil Kim. Lil Kim gonna hit you with bars and rap doing shit like that. Feel me? She a real, that's an MC in a sense of where she come from. But to say that catalog can't match each other, yeah it can, because and if the two ladies wanted to settle that and squash the barbs and the queen bees, that'll be good for hip hop. That's why
I feel like it'll help with that as well. And to me, even though they do different, in a sense, they also have similarities. They both crossed over, to the pop scene as well. With Lil Kim, she did that feature on the Christina Aguilera song.
Yeah. And
then Nicki Minaj, she's done a lot of crossover.
Lady Gaga, all that.
Ariana Grande, Doja Cat. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's just they're very similar.
Their catalogs can be matched.
I feel like it's matched, and I feel like it'll be a damn good
and
battle.
not only that,
they will have so many people that will be into this because it'll be like, we finally get this battle. It's like
finally get to settle a
versus,
young Grasshopper versus young Grasshopper.
The master. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I think it'll
at
be
the end of the day, it'll be good for hip hop, because that's for the culture. If people really are hip hop enthusiasts and fuck with hip hop music, know that this quote unquote beef, that this whole wave of women music right now versus Lil Kim and Nicki is real, and that will be good, and not in such like, I know that there are adult women, they ain't gonna be like no wanting to fight or nothing like that. It's it really a good battle. It will be a good battle. So I don't know why people are so pressed. Well, Usher, you should have just mind the business that paid you, because your thoughts. Let's go match you up, and then because not every Usher shit is popping. But
like if somebody, he would
match them up with Chris Brown. You know damn well Chris Brown killing Usher. And I don't give a fuck how long Usher been in the game. If they was to put them two together, Chris Brown and Usher, Chris Brown catalog would kill.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think, no, to me it's like the same thing. They have similarities. They're versatile artists.
But I'm just saying, that's like putting them two together.
You can put them together. It'll be a damn good battle.
Right. Let's match out.
New school.
Right. Let's see who could dance the best. We're going to go off dance moves. We're going to see if you still got it, Usher.
They both could rap.
Let's see.
They both could sing.
I challenge Chris Brown and Usher. Putting it out there. What's the word?
I choose you.
There's only 2 envelopes I have. But, I don't know. But Trey Songs reveals that he wanted to sign Summer Walker after hearing Girls Need Love Too, but nobody knew Homegirl. Kind of fucked up, because bitch, she missed out on the app. Like, that just goes to show you that people be looking for you and they just don't be knowing who you be. Mm-hmm. That's why you gotta get out there so they can know who you be. And Summer Walker said she don't be liking crowds. She got that little disorder, she said.
Anyways, this is coming from the
message. You mean?
In a recent interview, Trey Songs revealed that he wanted to sign Summer Walker once he heard the Girls Need Love track, but at the time, no one knew who the songstress was on the track. He stated, "I got this app in my phone that I store unreleased music in." He continued, "I had this song I would listen to, and I forgot who sent it to me. So for 2 years, I was singing this song, Girls Need Love song. I text Mo, do you know who sent us this song? He was like, nah. I text every producer I knew personally. Do you know who's singing this song? I love this girl. I want to sign this girl." 2 years later, after all that, Summer Walker comes out with Girls Need Love. Trey Songs and Summer Walker actually have a song together called Back Home. Talk about a full circle moment. Wasn't that something? So what do you think about that? It just goes to show.
It goes to show you that you're in control of your destiny, and even though
you shouldn't sit on something,
right? I don't think he didn't.
No,
I don't think he meant to sit on it. It's like when you see something, you be hearing it. He is a busy artist. It ain't like he was like not. Mm-hmm. He probably heard that song, and they were like, "Damn, that go hard." Because that song,
it's a damn good song.
Summer Walker can really sing. Bro. Shout out to the new faces, looking beat for the gods. A lot of people say they don't like her face, but I love that look, you gotta look at it. The plastic surgeon did a good damn job, because she didn't have to do a Lil Kim and get several surgeries. Homegirl got one good surgery, and she could live with that face.
Sis showing y'all that she got them checks is clearing.
Baby. Okay.
And she like, I'm about to go give me a
and
new
that's
face.
Why I say
new face. Who this?
New face and ass. Who's this? Sis. I'm about to go get my face done. Watch when my sugar daddy Trump drop that stimuli. So I'm going to get me a whole new face. I'm about to do a tiny and get me green pit bull puppy eye. I'm about to get me a new face. I'm about to be Caucasian. Bitch, I'm about to get a whole race. I'm about to be transracial out here. But in sad news, former WWE star Shad Glasper is missing after swimming in the Los Angeles Bay Beach along with his son. This is when I saw this story, I was like, damn, who this? I haven't been watching wrestling, but I was like, damn, who this is guy? I'm trying to figure out who he was, and I was like, damn, how you go swimming and you and your son go missing? So D.Jon, like, what's the 401k on this? What's the tea spill?
Okay, so this is also coming from the
Messy Shade.
Alrighty, so please keep the family of Shad Gaspar in your prayers this evening. The former WWE star went missing while swimming at Marina Del Rey Beach on Sunday with his 10-year-old son.
Damn.
Shad Gaspar and his son were among a group of swimmers who got caught in a strong rip current, promoting lifeguards to race to the water to rescue everyone.
Damn.
One witness at the scene told TMZ when lifeguards raced into the ocean, Gaspar directed rescuers to help his son first, which they did. While Gaspar's son was safely recovered from the water, Gaspar remains missing. So a massive search was underway Sunday for the pro wrestler. One official working with the Los Angeles Fire Department told reporters officials believe Gaspar did submerge. During the rescue efforts, it was reported that another big wave crashed down on Gaspar, and that was the last time he was seen. Divers were sent to search the area with helicopters assisted from above. Gaspar was at the beach on Sunday with his wife and their son. Outside of pro wrestling, Gaspar made headlines in 2016 when he heroically stopped an armed robbery in Florida. Our prayers go out to the Gaspars and his family as authorities continue to search for him at this time. Of course, we will keep you guys updated with any updates.
Right. Damn, that's really. I thought that was both his. So they rescued his son.
Yeah, and it was so puzzling to me because when I saw it on TMZ and it just said him, but then when I saw something else and they said the child too, I'm like, oh Lord, like. But it's good to know that the
Rona
baby,
taking people, the water taking people, everybody gone.
Taking people. So it's good to know that his son,
at least
was rescued.
Because like we said earlier in the show, the father is going to naturally protect child. Not gonna fucking choose no ventilator over my child, nigga.
And for a lot of you guys,
but
who
if
don't,
you do,
know who Shad Gaspar is. He was a part of WWE. He was in a tag team, one of my favorite tag teams, called Crime Time with JTG, the little short dude with the braids. And then they had they was together forever, and then they kind of separated them and did like this whole feud where they was beefing.
I remember.
So them,
wow,
yeah.
But our thoughts and prayers go out to them. You hearing me? Egypt Criss announced she is resigning from Growing Up Hip Hop. And baby, if you don't watch Growing Up Hip Hop, go watch it Thursday because I be watching it for the tea just to see. I think
I used to watch
celebrity kids fight over each other.
Wasn't that the show with Bow Wow?
Yeah.
I thought so.
And Bow Wow actually is on both. He do cameo appearances for the one in Los Angeles, but he's on Atlanta. I like Atlanta more because you get to see more of the hip hop as far as the legends and shit like that. But on the one in Los Angeles, you don't really do it. But D.Jon, take it away with the whole thing. Why she leaving? Because I need to know why she finally won't leave. Because after what I saw in the episode, I want to know what's her reasoning.
Okay, all right. So it looks like another bites the dust as another cast member from WeTV's hit reality show Growing Up Hip Hop has announced their departure from the show. On Monday, Egypt Criss, who is the daughter of Pepper from Salt and Pepper and Trench from Naughty by Nature, announced on social media that she will be leaving the show after the past 5 seasons. She said, and I quote, I respect myself enough to walk away from anything no longer serves me, grows me, or makes me happy. It's time for me to rise from the ashes from being falsely represented to you, the people I love most, which is why I have decided to resign from growing up hip-hop. Her announcement comes shortly after Master P shared a behind-the-scenes video from the set of the show where he talked to one of the crew members about the editing and the false storylines that are reportedly created for ratings. He said, and I quote, "I'm only showing you this so next time you're watching this show, you can use your real judgment and see how they flip people's words and change positive moments into negative. This is the reason we quit 6 months ago. The edit of the drama, we have more important things to worry about than fake producers creating fake love stories." Pepper, who also appears on the show alongside her daughter, shared her daughter's social media post and said, "So proud of my baby girl for taking a stand, knowing how to put her happiness and mental health first." So, Kiss Calhoun, what do you think about, Egypt leaving and, Master P leaving as well?
Yes, I think it's good
and
because
she looked just like her mama, too.
She is beautiful. That's why I
beautiful.
think that she should, because things did escalate on the last episode where homegirl had to step out of her character and fight somebody. But it was mess on both ends. Both parties wrong, but I get like you have your own image, and the fact that it was on television and everybody get to see that you get in this scuffle with your friend on TV. You know what I'm saying? That can fuck with a person that is not used to seeing themselves in that way live, and people having judgment like we about to give her because I'm about to give you something. Egypt, I was getting a little tired of you anyway because you and your boyfriend got some other shits. Y'all won't be Harley Quinn and joke and shit. Go do that shit off camera. Nobody don't care. He get his nails done with a full set refill. Piquela. He a weird ass person, and like her friends is like, I don't trust him. That's why she got into the fight, because they don't trust, and they engage and all this shit, and like they just don't trust her, and it's caused tension in the storyline, and she had to come out of character. So I'm glad she leaving so she could get a break. Hopefully, if the show gets better along the line and they structure it right, because the way they did Master P and them, they did try to play them. Because we don't even have to read all that, because they did try to play them. They was just talking amongst themselves, cameras be rolling. They was in an isolated room talking to themselves about having a sit down and trying to bring everybody together to see why everybody beefing. They ain't never say a name.
I just hate
but
the
producers try to insinuate, so you're talking about Angela? No, they could be talking about you, bitch.
And I hate the fact that they do that.
I'm glad that he was a boss and was like, nope, we not about to go here.
I hate that they sit there and they try to make stuff so negative in these reality shows, and that's one of the reasons why I don't really particularly like to watching them, because of me knowing what they do, to get a story, to get ratings. And my thing is, just like you say, is the two sides to everything. We can't really sit and fault the producers as well, because what you're signing up for when you sign up for these reality shows.
And if you don't own your own production film,
you got to do what these people tell you. These people your boss.
Right. So. Now that Master P and Romeo stepped away, maybe they start doing their own version.
I don't even know why they on a show like that when you have the pull, when you could have started your own stuff.
You have the money, the funding, everybody backing y'all. We would rather see Romeo and P. Diddy. I mean, not P. Diddy. Wrong P. Master P. We rather will see them, their life. I would rather see the making of Rap Snacks, the behind the scenes of the noodles and stuff like that, their daily life, the way they move and stuff like that. That's what growing up hip hop should have been, and then merge in other families that's doing the same thing. If you own the production, not if you have the production putting y'all on and making the storyline.
You know what I would have loved? Well, no, because because I was about to say it would have been cool to see,
the real hip hop, not some children like Lil Twist and them. They cool,
what
they not really doing nothing.
Pepper's daughter,
They really
that's
children of hip-hop.
royalty.
Right.
Those artists, those are mainstream artists. Those artists, were like big in their days. So I feel like if you have like big name people like that, to keep it just what it is, growing up hip-hop, and actually focusing on, just like you said, the things that they created
Keyword,
with their brand.
hip-hop.
I think it'll be a good show instead of trying to make every reality show about drama.
Right.
Literally every reality show.
It's not about
what
that
turned
shit.
me off about Total Divas? Because they went ahead and they tried to make that show out of drama, and it really wasn't about drama. It was following women that were actually performers.
Jessica, why are you
for
trying to
WWE,
clip me?
The company. But it's like, as you saw the seasons progress, you saw them creating drama, and then what
Jessica
made
is
it,
a pure bitch.
but
and
look,
I'm gonna
what made it so fucked up too? They would try to incorporate the television storylines with the storylines that are actually going on in the ring. So they would have, if such and such got into it that week on the show, then the following week they in the ring wrestling each other because they trying to follow the storyline from the actual show.
Right.
So I hate that how scripted stuff is. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to create drama. We got enough drama
That's
in the damn world.
false reality. Make it real.
Damn, that's just why I don't like watching Love and Hip Hop. It's too scripted.
Love and hip hop at this point is no hip hop because
nobody be in the studio. They don't talk
always
about
be
nothing.
in the studio, but nothing never
we never
drops.
see him in the studio. We never see nothing drop. But now they don't even do that anymore. Now it's just
all drama,
strictly drama.
'Cause,
Focus on relationships.
Since
and
we
this and
talking
that.
about that a little bit, Mimi said she had to take $150,000 cut because her storyline lacked drama, and they wanted her so bad to be a part of the whole Jocelyn and Stevie J. At a point, you get tired of that shit. You don't want to keep dealing with they bullshit and her
Somebody
fighting
walking up into your
and
house.
walking and
Hey maid.
Hey,
You
maid.
got your maid outfit on like yo.
yeah, disrespect. She was mad disrespectful.
Like, bitch, I will crack you upside your head with one of these dishes playing
And
with
Mimi
me.
looked like she wanted to do that, but
She
couldn't
wanted
do
to
it.
say something, but she just didn't have the energy for it. Like,
Not just that, she a real woman. She don't got time for that. She'll really swamp this bitch, but she don't want her. She don't want that image of her on TV.
Do it. Hey maid. I see.
Hey, meat. Hey, meat.
I see you got your maid outfit on like you always do.
I think you like you get the meat. It's like her fucking Spanish ass Jocelyn. All over the place. But before we get on out of here, Angela Rye and Amanda Stills and Brittany Packnett Cunningham and more tell Joe Biden, baby, you owe us for this black vote this year. You gonna pay for this vote. We gonna get something out of this deal. Cause you ain't about to use I'm Joe Biden and I too have niggers. Like, nah, nigga, you owe us, nigga. I told you I ain't voting. I'm about to just watch this shit unfold, nigga.
Amanda Seals, didn't we tell you sit your ass down from last week, girl, when you was calling out Justin Timberlake and all the other celebrities for turning their comments off? We told you to go sit down.
She like, you owe us. I want $3,000 a month every stimulus year for black people, nigga. They want everything. They want us to get reparations and everything. This stimulus check, before you get to it, this stimulus check shit kind of feel like a little reparation, but not the whole thing. Like, they need to run that shit. Sugar Daddy Trump, make that happen. You feel me? But go ahead.
I'm so sick of you. So, thanks to COVID-19, we are all communicating via Zoom and group chats. But imagine in your group chat turned into an opt-in view by millions for the Washington Post. That is just a normal day in the life of Angela Ray, CNN correspondent, Amanda Seals, host of The Real, Sunny Austin, co-host of The View, Brittany N. Packnett Cumming, MSNBC correspondent, Alicia Garza, principal of Black Futures Labs, LaTorsha Brown, co-founder of
Girl,
Black
too many of them
Voters
was in the
Matter,
Zoom meeting
and
together.
Tiffany D. Cross,
They had melanin together.
political
Black girls unite.
political activist and author.
That's basically what that was.
So to get, I cannot with you, dog. So to get the scoop on You Owe Us, we spoke with Angela Raya and Brittany Packnett Cunningham about how it started Black women and the Black vote in 2020.
See?
It's
So the
no
black girls unite.
secret that black women have been holding down the Democratic Party since
Period.
the passing
Pooh.
of the Voting Rights Act of 1965.
Since
How did
1965.
you owe us come together, and why did you feel the timing was now? So Angela Ray said, man, I think the answer is simple. It's coronavirus. Like we're all in quarantine. We came together to do a conversation about the politics of coronavirus. It was 2 months ago, but there's a group of us that came together to have that conversation, and this written piece is kind of an outgrowth of that. Since we are all were in conversation on that panel, we have been on text message. So it started with a group chat. That was the question. Then Angela said in response, yeah, and the idea behind it and the three concepts that we lifted up in this piece around having a black woman vice president, having a black woman on the Supreme Court, and having a comprehensive black agenda aren't things that we pulled out of nowhere. There are things that we talk about all the time, and I think that if black votes are honest for everybody that has any type of political interest, they're having the same conversations and probably too often the debate around it. So we wanted to make sure we were on the record empowering our people from our preview. So I won't read all of it, but if you guys want to, you can definitely check it out on the
Mustard Shade, you hear me? You Mustard Shade, you hear me?
But what you think about this,
I think
this
that's
whole
good.
you owe us
That
movement?
you do. You fucking do. And now it's time for the men to unite. Get all the fucking, what it is. The fucking Farrakhan's and all the Muslim niggas need to unite. And say you owe us too. Because the black male is out here getting assassinated and extinct in the world. And a bill should be passed. Of a Endangered Species Act since we ain't real humans like y'all niggas said in the Constitution, put us in the Endangered Species Act along with the motherfuckers so y'all can stop killing black men and women in the street. So yeah, I think that it's about time these niggas owe us big time. Joe Biden not about to be saying, and the black community backs me on this. We voted for Obama in 2018. Fuck all that shit. Trump dropping 3 bands, nigga, a month right now. You gotta at least drop 6 at this point. I'm telling you, I ain't voting. I'm letting this shit unfold. I'm gonna see what y'all vote. I told you, because Bernie Sanders just killed it for me. How you gonna run for the second time and drop out for the second time? Bitch, I could, that's why I said, it's gonna, until we gonna see if he don't owe us. I'ma see at the very last minute when it's like, what's the last time you get to vote at 8 o'clock or something? I'ma wait till 9:59 to see if I won't vote.
Don't.
I'ma just stand at the polls and I'm like, ma'am, do you want to vote? We're about to close, and I'm like, I don't know.
And that's why we encourage everybody that is eligible to vote to please register to vote. And do not do what Kiss Calhoun is doing. If you got to be the first person at your poll, be the first person at your poll. Don't do what she doing.
Don't follow Kiss.
Don't follow Kiss.
Don't listen to me, for real.
Don't do it.
I'm going to see. Y'all know I'm going to vote because y'all
Don't
know
do it.
they owe us, so we going to see. We going to see. But I think that is a good initiative.
It's a dope initiative.
You got to, if you want something, you got to say, like, this is where it starts. Like, we have to have those people that's willing to go ask those questions and fight for those shit and say, look, you want us to vote? You want this? Well, this got to happen. And if you win, this better happen. Because if it don't, we ain't backing you. We ain't backing you again. And we're going to make it harder for you to even vote. People to even vote for you. Because that'll happen. You know the favoritism works. Favoritism in politics. That shit
of
do
course.
work.
That's why Trump in office.
But that's also how Obama won 2 terms.
Of course.
So, yeah, he owes us. And if he do become president, it's a lot of shit that you got to fix now. But it's a lot of shit that ain't never been fixed that you got to fix. And all I want you know what we never had like a president do ever, not even a black president that we had. And I know it wasn't his fault to not say that, because why would you apologize for this? But I just feel like a president should just like, boom, I apologize to African Americans for being killed by American police officers, and I apologize to American citizens for being enslaved and shit. Like, fuck all the money and shit. I think, well, no, not fuck all the money, because, yeah, that's great. Nah, we want the money, but, like, we want the apology and at least pass bills to make it harder for people to, just like with that whole Ahmaud stuff that happened in Georgia. That really struck a nerve in me, because, like, the video watching them people shoot him down like he a dog or something like that, that was just horrible. That's something that shouldn't get a pass. And too much we seen shit like this get a pass. So let's see. You know what I'm saying? 2020, this shit's shown a lot that a virus could fucking kill you, bitch. And you could be killed by everything. Water. They could tarnish your reputation. That's why I call this episode Family Ties, because you gotta watch you gotta protect yourself. You gotta protect your family and surroundings, like Master P chose to do, and your girl Pepper daughter chose to do. But also you gotta have a great upbringing. You gotta raise your child right, not to be wrong and deviant and doing all this wild shit and being exposed to shit. Cause this just that's not right. It's not right. But it's been a great episode. I hope you enjoy. We're in the studio and feel all Oprah Winfrey-ish. I shouldn't be saying her, because they traded her. I don't think they cool with O. But it's just been good. You know, back in the studio with the chemistry is live. I know y'all gonna be like, oh my God. They're gonna be like, yes. But like I said, if you want to be a featured artist, you already know what to do. Follow us at Yo What's the Word, and hit that link in the bio. Or of course, you can shoot us an email at yowhat'stheword504@gmail.com. You mean? Of course, you can follow me at kisscalhoun@gmail.com. And without further ado,
no, you didn't just say that.
Without further ado, the long credits of how to follow D.Jon. Give it away.
Stop it. You can follow me. See, if I could make my Twitter name how I want, I will have it the same as my Instagram, but Twitter doesn't allow you to use like periods and stuff like that, so I can't use that. But you can follow me on Twitter at _D.Jon. That's D-J-O-N. And you can follow
not a
me
3,
on,
but an E.
You can follow me on Instagram at _D.Jon. That's it.
And shout out to LL where you been, and Sideburns Beach for the theme song. You hearing me? Shout out to our featured artist Gambino Santana for the dope track. Just shout out to everybody for listening. It's been a great episode, and we out of here.
Peace and love.